Some Devils. J-dawg back to answer some more goddamn questions. So I got the handful of questions printed off from a few different videos. I think 2 different videos, actually, like I said, to try to catch up. But first, got an email about, which I'm fully aware, from Philip Eisenhower. New Cannibal song. He says, the email, not sure if you saw, but new Cannibal song just dropped. Sure did, Robert. I forgot what it's called. What, Blood Blind? Is that what it's called? Blind Blood? Blood Blind? I think it's called Blood Blind. That's the style I like. It's rawer and thicker. The world needs the dog's opinion. So here the fuck you go, Phil. Put my opinion on it. Yeah, it was just either dropped today or or yesterday. But yeah, YouTubed it. I heard that it came out because I'm trying to get all our Hell's copies for Hell's for the distro. Trying to get two. They haven't responded back yet. An exclusive color for Hell's only because it was for red. Not the last time. I think it was around the COVID time that one happened. Violence Unimagined, but Red Before Black. They did 300 blue vinyls. It was all exclusive. You could only get the blue vinyl through Hell's Headbangers. So they licensed that through us. So trying to get another one for a color for the new Cannibal. However, today I personally, for my personal, just like I did for the last few albums, I pre-ordered my stuff at Indie Merch. I bought the Digipack CD and 3 different color vinyls. God damn, who the fuck is calling this motherfucking ass fucking phone? Fucking goddamn. Fucking suck a motherfucking dick and die. Don't ever call this goddamn motherfucking number ever, you goddamn canoe. How you answer a goddamn solicitor. Man, fuck, who the fuck we leave off? Oh, yeah, new Cannibal, goddammit. Yeah, I bought one of each color, Digipack fucking CD. So that's pre-order, paid in full by the goddamn dog. I don't know what hell's getting in stock, but we better have it fucking release date, goddammit. Tired of being the back of the line. Fucking the kings of death metal belong in the fucking biggest metal distro in the world, right? LRS will get them sooner or later, but hopefully have it on time. Hopefully exclusive color. Listen to this Bloodblind song. It was good. It sounded like Cannibal. Now again, like I'm at this point in my life to where things gonna get very few things just hit me right out the gate in the first listen. I only listened to it once. It was today. Today is June 22nd, 2023. So it came out today or yesterday. Listened to it, thought it was a good song. Yeah, it did sound a little rawer and thicker. But yeah, it sounded like traditional Cannibal. There was no stupid ass fucking keyboards. There was no goddamn female vocals. There was no goddamn No Love Lost song. There was no fucking clean vocal parts. There was no fucking ballads or any goddamn fucking bullshit, at least on the one goddamn song. And I would bet fucking a stack of cash if there's not on the rest of the fucking album. No yo boy riffs, no fucking sideways caps, no fucking rolling, no squeaking goddamn records. So yeah, formula was perfect, but the song itself, did it stand out to me like something like Pulverized or something? No, but again, that was one time listen, and Cannibal gets more than one fucking listens. Because most stuff these days, again, heard it all, seen it all, right? So not everything gets on the first listen like, whoa. You just listen, yeah, it was a good fucking solid shit, but nothing stood out to me. I wouldn't be able to air guitar or anything like that. But it will get several listens. I'll spin that fucking album till my ears bleed when it comes out, drilled in the head, because that's the kind of treatment that the fucking CC gets. You others too. Ham and Eggers, brand new bands, they get one listen. If you didn't hit me, take a fucking hike. I ain't got time to listen to everybody that fucking over and over and over. So that's my take on the fucking new Cannibal. It's on pre-order for the fucking dog, and I thought the new track was good. Anyways, off goddamn questions. James Bojowski, what's your opinion on Morgue USA? The one from France sends him home on a stretcher. Righteous Pigs, Armored Angel, Ripping Corpse, and Mortuary Mexico. I don't hear death metal fans talk these bands. I mentioned Armored Angel on here. I said that's pretty much mandatory goddamn fucking metal. We had the honor to do 3 of the demos on 12-inch maxi LP each. That stuff's fucking great. Their very last recording that they left off on, I forget what it's called. That was kind of but their first 3-4 demos are fucking awesome. So they're great. Righteous Pigs can give 2 shits about. Ripping Corpse, I like the demos. The album I did not like. I could never get into the vocals for whatever reason. I just did not like the vocals. But the demos were fucking good. Mortuary from Mexico, solid death metal, pretty mid though in my opinion. Just like it's nothing goddamn special. And that's what I think for Morgue USA too. It's solid death metal, but it's just a total mid. You know what I mean? I mean, there was a million bands coming out at the exact same time that I thought were a million times fucking better. And I think Morgue from France, the Art Gore and the Bone Crunch EP. We got the privilege, as you noted, to reissue Art Gore, first time on vinyl ever, and on CD, still available at Hell's Headbangers. You have to give a fuck. That smokes the U.S. one, in my humble ass fucking opinion. So, Brotherhood of Steel. Justin is completely clueless. Just because Goatmoon has keyboards doesn't mean that they sound anything like Cradle of Filth or Dame Uberg. I didn't necessarily say they sound like them. I said they're for the same goddamn fucking fan base. Because they are for the same fucking fan base. They debuted album by Emperor and their EP have keyboards too, yet they sound nothing like Cradle or Dame. Again, especially rewind back to fucking 1999. You were almost guaranteed if somebody like fucking Emperor or vice versa Dame, they liked all three of those bands. Same fan base, dude. Again, does Baphomet sound like fucking Cannibal Corpse? Does that sound like fucking Incantation? No. Those three bands don't sound like at all. Do they sound like Morbid Angel, Ultra Madness? No. But it's the same fan base. That's what I'm fucking. That's all I'm saying. So I'm just saying the Goatmoon tough guys, like, sounds like you're one of them. You come over here, ripping on the cradles and shit. I'm like, dude, you're ripping on your own scene. And again, you don't have to like them, but there's no reason you should be ripping on them and thinking they're plump. Now you can rip on because where they went, that they sold out and shit, but their back catalog, the first 4 albums, minimally, you should think are, didn't do much for me. Maybe a little bit too many keys. Definitely attracted canoes. I get all that, but it's the same. It's literally that's the fan base, dude. This isn't rocket science. This isn't like my opinion. That's a fucking fact. Where the fuck are we on this guy? How you use keyboards is way more important than whether you have them or not. I don't know about that, man. If the keyboards are going to be fucking different or not different, as opposed to keyboards use it differently in Goatmoon over Emperor, as opposed to comparing it to Incantation. You see what I'm saying? Drastically different, not even close. Different fan base, different genre. I want to say different genre of music, but different subgenre. Point being is Goatmoon used keyboards in a very different way than Cradle or Dame. Okay, well, fucking goddamn Incantations uses guitar way fucking different than goddamn Cannibal Corpse. But still same fucking fan base. Goatmoon has more in common and is in the same category of black metal with the first 3 Satiricon albums. Same fan base as them too. Bra. Nocturnal Mortal. Yep. Oh yeah, hanging with them too. Graveland. Yep. They're all hanging out together, bro. What are you talking about, bro? Town? The first 2 Enslaved albums. Yep. All hanging out together. All fucking singing around a fire, singing Kumbaya together, man. What are you talking about? And the first 2 Behemoth albums. As they all use elements of folk music in their black metal and use keyboards in the same epic fashion. Just completely clueless when it comes to black metal as usual. No, it's just you're one of the kvlt guys that think your shit is like just so overly special and like there's this elitist like if you're a false do not entry and that there is no entry into it. No, you have your head up your ass so far up your fucking ass, bro, that you can't see the fucking lights. It's all the same fan base. That's saying Enslaved and fucking Goatmoon and Cradle Filth, Dame Uberg, all them all same fan base. That's an accurate statement. It's way more the same fan base than Eat the Decay. Just like Eat the Decay is the same fan base as Empatego and Carcass. Does Eat the Decay sound like Empatego? No, not even close. They don't sound anything like it, but it's the exact same fan base. It's that gore grind genre. Same with Empatego. Take Empatego and Carcass, for example. Exact same fucking fan base. Put it in the comments. Do you think Empatego and Carcass sound anything alike? Does anyone actually think that? If you do, go get your fucking head examined and go to the doctor and get the ears checked because you clearly have something wrong with you. But that is the same fan base. Does anyone here disagree that is the same fan base? I didn't say Goatmoon sounds like Cradle Folk. Now they do. The funny fucking part is they do sound like Old Man's Child in a lot of parts. Go and spin Varjot and then go and spin like Pagan Prosperity. Dude, there's literally riffs that are very reminiscent, not complete rip-off riffs like county medical examiners taking Carcass rips and recycle them. Not to that degree, but I remember when I first listened to Varjot, I'm like, I'm pretty sure, was it Varjot or was it the Voido? It was one of them. And there's just really lots. There's 2 or 3 parts. I'm like, this sounds exactly like Old Man's Child. I just started busting up laughing. I'm like, what are these kvlt tough guys talking about when they're ripping on it? Not all of them. I'm sure a lot of those guys, the smart ones, They like Old Man Child too. They're not ripping on them. Again, dude. So I do think they sound like Old Man's, at least parts, but do I think Goatmoon sounds like Cradle of Filth to Debut Order? No, but it is the same fan base, man. The first four records by Damien, the first four records by fucking Cradle, first two, three, four records by Satyricon and Slaves and Emperors, you mentioned, that's all the same fan base. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that. I like something about all those bands myself. I'm not ripping on them. I'm just saying, don't come over like and fucking walk around some goddamn tough guy elitist like Goatmoon's some obscure fucking hand. If you're false, do not entry. If you like that principle of evil made flesh, do not entry. You don't belong in the moon. The guy's talking like that. I'm just pointing out the complete fucking stupidity. A million times, since it didn't get through your head the first time. No, I didn't say it sounded like it though. Anyways, where the fuck did I leave off with fucking Bozo of Steel? 2 p.m. Just completely closed when it comes to black metal as usual. Nope, nope, nope. I have all the clue in the world. I stand and I leave you with fucking egg on your face. Corrected you because you were in the wrong. It's fine if you enjoy Cradle and or Demu. I like the first two albums, but saying Goatmoon is in the same category of black metal as Cradle and Demu is equivalent of saying Bolt Thrower is the same category as Cannibal Corpse. Not even comparable. The thing is, I'd say that it's thing is too. Yeah, I would say Bolt Thrower's in the same category as Cannibal Corpse. Again, do they sound? Dude, you're taking this too literal, where you're taking guitar tones and shit like that. So now I gotta get more where you're coming from. You play anyone to the outside, Bolt Thrower and Cannibal Corpse. They're gonna be like, this is for the same fan base, and it is. It's just both death metal. Just because they don't sound alike, that doesn't mean anything. That's why, like, and that's the way it's supposed to be. That's exactly why, to the outsiders, when people like my parents and shit like that, this all sounds the same. No, it don't. I think death metal and black metal, when you get the good bands that have their own sound, is no difference than listening to rock and roll. Like my dad grew up, rock and roll, hard rock. Does Rush sound anything like Led Zeppelin? Does Led Zeppelin sound anything like ZZ Top? The Black Sabbath, the AC/DC, the fucking Nazareth? Do any of those bands sound right? To fucking Queen? They're all considered hard rock bands, though. And I consider Black Sabbath a heavy metal band, but I'm just saying they're on the classic rock station too. So just put them all in there. Do any of those bands sound alike? No, they sound nothing alike. They have their own total character. Same fan base though, dude. Get what I'm coming to? Bolt Thrower is the same fan base as Cannibal Corpse because it's the same genre. But no, they don't sound alike at all. Nor should they. The shit shouldn't sound alike. That's what I'm trying to get across to these youngins that are getting into this stuff. Where it's like, yeah, dude, I'm so excited about Gate Creeper and fucking Sanguizio Bog and stuff like this. That's fine. It's like, but dude, this is a clone of a clone of a clone of a clone of a clone that's already been done a million times. Sanguizio Bog, I see their stickers, hilarious, like new caveman metal. I put it on, like, dude, this literally sounds like the Scorch from California. What are you talking about, caveman metal? This shit was being done in the early 2000s. By 2005, I was like, this is very old. I'm already tired of fucking hearing this because it was ripped off again. And then there was a little bit of a delay to the where that wasn't getting as pumped out, maybe 10, 12 years delay. Now it comes out now, and it's like these guys are like the heroes. Like, it's some new genre. No, it's not. What the fuck are you talking about? Not new goddamn at all. Frozen Soul, again, thought it sounded pretty good live. Never heard it on studio to date. Live sounded pretty good. What did I say? I was like, this sounds like goddamn Bolt Thrower trying to play Swedish death metal. Sounded kind of cool, but again, it's already been done. So what my point being is, getting back to him, Bolt Throwers versus Cannibal Corpses versus Incantation versus fucking Dismember versus fucking Sinister versus fucking Chrissy and then Angel Corpse. You know what I'm saying? All these bands, Deicide. Each band, when they was coming out, they all had their own identity. Nobody sounded alike. And then when Dying Fetus came out, did Dying Fetus sound anything like Cannibal? Again, same fan base, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you say you like death metal and 90s death metal, most people like these ones, right? But they didn't sound alike. And that's why I always blew my fucking head when people would say this shit. I'm like, it's all death metal. That you had bands like Nile. Who did Nile sound like? Once the Catacombs comes out, who did that sound like? Nobody. I mean, you could tell there was more of an Angel influence in there, but it didn't sound like anybody. See what I'm saying? It's just like classic rock. Just because the bands don't sound alike, it's like For example, because it's not like Dismember, Entomb, Carnage, Engraved, where it's got the buzzsaw guitar, that it's not in the same category. What? Yeah, it's in the same category. They shouldn't fucking sound alike. That's a little stupid that those do sound that close to each other. Shouldn't be like that. Well, man, I got a damn point. I thought that was common sense, but hey, at least made good conversation. Kyle Reiger, 6498. Obviously, I know you like Morticia, but where does Domain of Death fall in a ranking for you? I just bought the LP for too much money, but I'm stoked to receive it. So let's do a goddamn Mortician album ranking in order. So here's my fucking Tish ranking. Uh, Hacked Up for Barbecue. House by the Cemetery. Chainsaw Dismemberment. Zombie Apocalypse. Domain of Death. Darkest Day. Reanimated Dead Flesh. That's my ranking in order. And Mortal Massacre, I mean, that's just a comp disc, basically. You know what I mean? Got the 7-inch on there and the demo and some live sounds. So I don't have to count them. So the 7 albums. There's the goddamn Mortician album ranking for you. So that's where the fuck it stands. Harry Quinn, 493. J-Dawg, Bomber comes after Overkill, so you don't like Overkill? I like Overkill. I mean, granted, I gotta be completely honest with you guys. I like Motorhead, but I'm not sitting there fucking like the biggest Motorhead knowledgeable person in the world. I own, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 LPs and some CDs and shit like that. I own stuff, but I mean, I'm not as knowledgeable about them and put an album ranking as I could Mortician, like I just did, or Cannibal, or Deicide, or Immolation. You know what I mean? So it's not my for me. Motorhead was a go back. I bought it when I was 19, 20 years old. Kind of Motorhead to me was almost like a guilty pleasure. In my again, I'm exaggerating a tad, but it was like me growing up as a teenager. Teenage J-Dawg didn't want to hear some fucking dad rock geezer ass Motorhead. He wanted to hear the Tish. He wanted to hear Carcass. He wanted to hear Incan, Immolation. You know what I mean? The sick shit, the brutal shit. Speaking of sick shit, brutal shit, Tales of Necrophilia was in there. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to hear crap like that, man. Yeah, I didn't care about something that was like, he's just you can play the car party. My dad's like, this is a good fucking hit. You know what I mean? I didn't want to listen to shit like that. But as you grow up and you mature, yeah, I appreciate it for just being some good fucking heavy metal music. I definitely do. So I bought LPs and shit like that, and I spin them, and I enjoy them. You know, I enjoy some of those '90s albums too. Some has some very good songs. I mean, was The Birth of Tragedy? That's a later song. I think that's really good. And The Year of the Wolf. I think that's a really good song. Uh, what's on that one last? It's not the last record, but the second last. Can't Teach Them to Play the Blues. That's a good fucking song. Um, they have good songs. Don't get me wrong. My favorite, in case you fucking drum fucking roll, J-Dawg's favorite Motorhead song of all time. And no, it's not goddamn Ace of Spades. Granted, it's a good song, but goddamn, it's equivalent to hearing War Pigs at this fucking point. Just fucking annoying, and every canoe thinks that I like Motorhead. You like one song, douche. Don't give me you like Motorhead. No, you the fuck don't. Um, but actually, you mentioned Overkill. Stay Clean is one of my favorite songs. It's not my favorite goddamn songs. Keep me waiting in suspense. Stay Clean is definitely no, not Stay Clean is really good. I Won't Pay Your Price is definitely one of my favorite Motorhead songs. Um, but favorite goddamn head song of all fucking time is Don't Need Religion. It's funny because Asheron covered that song too. Their cover song was a banger too. God damn it. So so yeah, no, I do like those records. To get the big perfectly clear. Jeff Byer, sup, brah, brah. If you had a chance to interview Chris Barnes, what would you ask him? Um, just the normal shit. I would ask him greatest death metal band album, what he considers the greatest death metal album of all time. There was something in print. He had a pretty respectable answer too. I think he said Slowly Rot. He put Butchered at Birth in there, which sounds egotistic, but I kind of agree with him, man. I mean, my favorite is Tomb of the Mutilated, but saying Butchered at Birth because between the shock value and how death metal. I mean, honestly, dude, before fucking Butchered at Birth and Suffocation, Effigy of the Forgotten, it's right around neck and neck in a time. What full-length studio album, death metal albums existed where it was those really low, brutal shit coming out? because think about it, Mortican didn't have an album yet. Incantation didn't have an album out. So I mean, I understand there was bands doing their demos and shit. I'm not saying the low brutal shit didn't exist yet, but it was to the masses where we could pick it up in the fucking store. Who had those? So it was one of the earliest. I mean, that really changed the game for death metal, was Butchered at Birth, and the cover too. And I think that's the reason why it beats Effigy is as far as what it did for death metal is the shock value. You got Transformers versus this fucking brutal, like, holy, your mom's like, what the fuck is this? Especially seeing that in 1991. Um, I would ask him shit like that, and then talk about the CC days and transitioning into the um, 6 feet under days, and maybe I'd feel him out, bust his balls about the fucking Scooby Doo shit. Um, if he seemed to be fucking in good character, and if I was hanging out with him 2 to 3 hours prior, and seemed like he could bust some balls, and I would. But I would interview. I totally would interview him. So yeah, ask some shit like that. Get these goddamn few cookies out here real quick. Knock all these out. Promise of Agony. I wonder if the dog feels flattered that he has trolls. I don't feel flattered. I don't feel upset or happy. Don't care one way or another. So leave comments. If you're gonna troll, though, leave something clever or something too. Like some of these guys, I'm taking a dump and just stupid shit. I was like, dude, this ain't funny. It's like, what are you, 5? Um, like for example, the guy that they're talking about the Metal Archives thing or something, where there was a troll, but it was like, oh yeah, you got me, that type of shit. Like to do something clever. The dumb shit is just like, dude, you look like you're 8 years old. Like you just look. All channels get that. I just think it's just it's like grown-ups running around telling dick and fart jokes, so they think it's funny when someone farts or something. Like, what are you, 8 years old, dude? Like, who finds that funny? In kindergarten? Just little things like that. I don't care. But other than that, I don't give a shit. Caleb, BF6516, J-Dawg, thoughts on Inquisition. I think Immortal sends him home on a stretcher. As far as the Popeye style vocals, Abath was fucking king. I think the new guy they got does a very, very good job imitating Abath, so it's good that they try to sing like that. Inquisition on album, kind of just goes over my head, does nothing for me. I thought they were really good live, though. I'll say that. But I don't own anything by them, and I have no intentions of buying anything by them. But they're cool. Just it's nothing. Just doesn't get very many spins. Robert G 305. Does J-Dawg like Migla? Question marks or MGLA or how the fuck you pronounce it. I've always. I think I listened to it once. I don't love them. I don't hate them. I just put them in the category of fucking Bloodhouse Nord fucking hippie metal that I'm not into. I'd rather listen to EPK. That's the way I goddamn see it. So Migla, people buy them, they love them, but does the dog give a shit about them? No, he fucking does not. Comes with concerns, you know the fucking do, but the guy might get in the morning later, goddamn it.